Hey everybody, today's video is going to be makeup for when you are in a rush. It is going to be pretty quick, and I did make it under 5 minutes, and I show you in real time when I'm applying the makeup. But keep in mind that since I am talking you guys through it, it did take me a little bit longer than it typically would. I think that it would take me more like 3.5 or 4 minutes, or at least under 4 minutes, which is pretty good for me. I typically take between 10 and 15 minutes when doing my makeup in the morning. I did keep all the makeup in front of me, and usually obviously it would not be in front of me, it would be in my makeup drawers over here. But since it was more of a live time makeup tutorial, I wanted to keep it more simple for me so I'm not like scrambling and searching. And also, since I was talking, like I said, that already took up quite a bit of time. So I wanted to make sure that the makeup was in front of me. But like I said, if you are in a rush, you're not going to be talking anybody else through it. So keep that in mind while watching this video. This is a collab video with my friend here on YouTube. Her name is Samee. So I'm going to have her video linked below, and make sure you check out her channel. She is a licensed hairstylist like myself, and I really enjoy talking to other people that do videos that do have passion in hair like I do. So make sure you check out her video, and let's just jump right into it. So I am going to use the stopwatch on my phone just to give you guys an idea of how long it's taking me. It will take me longer since I am going to be talking you guys through this on what I would do. So keep that in mind, that mine might be like a minute off or so of what it would really take if you're just literally just doing your makeup, since talking kind of interferes with just getting it done. So I guess we are just going to get started. And it's weird because I'm kind of nervous because I'm not a rush person at all. I always get up on time. I'm hardly ever late for anything, so this is almost making me nervous to do. But let's just get started. I'm going to go ahead and push start. And here we go. First thing I would do, if you don't have time to cleanse your face, I would just use a makeup wipe. I'm going to be using the Equate Exfoliating Towelette, and just take one of those. And I would typically not like this because I am really good about skincare, but if you are in a rush, you at least need to get rid of any oil or anything that you have on your face from sleeping. So go ahead and just do this, and this is going to help prime your makeup just so there isn't anything gunky on your face. And then I'm going to be taking my Equate Naturally Beaming Daily Moisturizer. So you at least want to moisturize your skin, so I'm just going to be taking a little bit of that and just putting that all over. Next thing I'm going to be doing is my powder, and I have more of a foundation powder. This is by Physicians Formula. It's a Super BB, and this is just what it looks like. And I have my powder brush here. I'm just going to apply that all over. If you would rather apply liquid foundation, go ahead and do that. It's just going to take a little bit extra time. I would go over my eyes. Since I'm not going to prime them today, you at least want something to cover up the veins and give a little bit of coverage before you apply eyeshadow. And that looks pretty good. I do have some blemishes. I'm just going to pat my finger into the powder and just go over those just to give a little extra coverage, and a little bit under my eyes also, since that brush is kind of big and it didn't get in the corners. And I think that's pretty good for coverage. I'm going to be using just a bronzer today and not a blush or highlight. I'm going to be using Benefit Hoola bronzer just on a smaller brush. I'm going to go over just the cheek area and where you would typically contour. This is at least just going to give you some color to your face. If you don't want to use bronzer, you can go ahead and use blush instead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows using this Revlon Brow Fantasy. And I'm just going to lightly fill them in just so that my brows look a little bit more polished. And this is an important step in my opinion. I have no idea how I ever went without filling in my eyebrows. I think it just really pulls the look together. So I'm going to use the gel side to set them. Next, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Duo in Dusk. It is just a light pink tone with a grayish brown tone. I'm going to be using my finger for the pink and just go over my eyelids and under the brow bone. And I'm just using my finger because sometimes having to go through your brushes takes some time, so if you can use your finger, go ahead and do that. I'm going to just take this fluffy brush and go into the brown shade. And just go into my crease just to give a little bit of definition. Going to curl my eyelashes. I'm not going to be applying eyeliner just because that is just one extra step. And as long as I have mascara on, I will feel at least halfway decent. I usually like eyeliner, but that's okay. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Pumped Up mascara. I'm going to do one coat on the bottom. And one coat on the top. Now, I typically use more than one mascara, but for the sake of being in a rush, I think one mascara will be just fine. And last but not least, I would apply maybe a lip gloss to keep you looking a little bit more fresh. I'm going to be using my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Eclaire. And I'm going to stop that, and we are under 5 minutes. So I think that is pretty good, especially for me. I am not a rusher at all. There are other things you can maybe do. Like I said, instead of bronzer, you can go ahead and use blush if you want to add like a pink to your cheek. If you want to use more of a shimmery eyeshadow, as you can see, the eyeshadow I'm using is pretty matte, so you can go ahead and maybe use a shimmery eyeshadow, and then you can hit your high points of your face if you want to highlight a little bit more. For me, this is at least put together and fresh looking. I typically, when I do my makeup, I like to do a full face. I have other makeup routines on my channel with like my everyday makeup, so you can probably see that I do a little bit more like concealing and stuff like that. But if you're in a rush, I would recommend just keeping it really simple. If I was not talking, I think it would actually have only taken me more like 3.5, under 4 minutes. But since I was kind of talking you guys through and giving you quick tips as I went along, it did take a little bit longer. So keep in mind that it is at least under 5 minutes, which I think is pretty good for a lot of girls that wear a full face of makeup typically every day. I think that my skin looks pretty good. I would usually try to conceal better under my eyes. I can still sort of see dark circles, but they are definitely better than before. And usually I would apply more mascara, and for me, I like eyeliner, but I think that it looks okay without it because, like I said, when I was putting my mascara on, that is just one added step that you probably can go ahead and skip. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Samee's channel also, and make sure you watch her quick tip video on how to do hair when you're in a rush. So I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye everybody.